Good afternoon. This meeting has now come to order. It will be a very short meeting, just to advise everyone here of the status. We were prepared today to have the committee consider issuing a subpoena for documents pertaining to the decision to end the FutureGen project. What was proposed to be a $1.8 billion project that was specifically mentioned in 3 different State of the Union addresses that was somewhat precipitously canceled. Obviously, a good many members of Congress were more than a little curious about that decision. The subcommittee staff has been involved in discussions with the Department of Energy and with the White House for some considerable time now, had reviewed several documents without taking copies. That was the understanding, and determined that there were at least 3 documents that the committee really did need to see to understand the decision. For this committee, for the full committee to meet probably in September and consider the decision on FutureGen, I have within the last 5 minutes been assured by the White House General Counsel's Office, by Emmett Flood, that the 3 specific documents they have now reviewed and do not have any objection to providing this subcommittee a copy of. Mr. Sensenbrenner, there was one other document, a strategic plan, and that was provided, although that had been promised some considerable time ago. Our subcommittee staff just got that this morning within the last couple of hours. Sensenbrenner had also agreed to call the Department of Energy to encourage them to provide that document if it was not provided. The document that we've gotten, however, is a draft, so I hope that there will be some other discussions to make sure we got the right version, the final version. But based upon the recent being within the last 20 minutes showing of good faith, we will accept, or for now at least, that we will get that document forthwith, not promptly, but forthwith. And in fact, we've been promised all the remaining documents, which are only maybe 8 pages collectively, by tomorrow. And with that understanding, we will assume that everyone is acting in good faith until that assumption is disproven. And
will the chairman yield?
The chairman yields to Mr. Sensenbrenner.
Let me say that I think that the representation that the chairman has just recounted does show good faith on the part of the White House. And earlier today, before this was wrapped up, I offered to call Secretary Bodman up, suggesting that the best thing to do was to allow the committee to review the documents that were in question. It appears now that that offer does not need to be taken up, but it still is on the table. Let me make one other observation. This committee has not issued a subpoena since 1992. And I think we've gone through 4 chairs, including myself, that has not found a need to issue a subpoena on anything within the oversight jurisdiction of the Committee on Science and Technology and its predecessor committees. Should we issue a subpoena, the administration will resist it, because they've resisted every other subpoena that has been issued by every other committee in this Congress. And that's going to mean that we won't have a chance to review this document during the life of this Congress, because an attempt to enforce the subpoena is going to take a while to wind its way through the courts. So accepting the good faith on the part of the White House and the good faith on the part of the majority and its staff, I think that not issuing or authorizing a subpoena at that time will say that we're happy to meet the administration halfway, and so far there is good faith that is being expressed on both sides, and if that continues, we will be able to put this matter to rest. I thank the chair for yielding.
And thank you, Mr. Sensenbrenner. And provided that sweet reason does continue to prevail, perhaps we won't have to issue any subpoenas. Does anyone else wish to be heard? On that happy conciliatory note, the meeting is adjourned.